Hey guys, it's Katie. August is just a few days now shy of being a month old, so we are a month into this having two kids thing. I made a couple of videos before he was born on ways that we were trying to prepare Alice for the adjustment to, not being an only child anymore. So I just wanted to update on basically her big sister adjustment. I will link below to those two videos I made in case you're interested in kind of like seeing what we did, in advance of his arrival. But at this point, I just wanted to update on basically how she's doing as a big sister. Really quickly, I do want to throw out there, I know people are looking for a birth story, August birth story. I definitely am going to do that, and I have tried several times to record. I'm just having a really hard time kind of getting all of my thoughts and feelings to coalesce into a coherent video because I'm just really still pretty scatterbrained right now. So I'm working on it. Hopefully that'll be coming up pretty soon. So back to big sister Alice. Let's start with the good stuff. As far as August is concerned, the way Alice relates directly to August, everything's awesome. She totally loves him. She's really, from day one, she's been really excited. She's been, for the most part, pretty gentle with him and understanding kind of, it takes some reminders, but she's pretty good about, what she can and can't do with him. But she loves telling people about him when we're out and about. She's really interested. She always wants to know what he's doing and where he is. The minute she walks back in the house from being somewhere, she's looking for him. She's just very affectionate, and she really likes to try to involve him in things. Like she will, she'll want to snuggle with him in the bed and ask us to bring him in there with her. She'll read him books. It's pretty cool. I feel like that kind of stuff is pretty hard to force on someone, so I'm really happy that that is something that she feels, that's just coming naturally to her. So the things that have been most helpful to us during this adjustment period, number one is just having one-on-one time. It's both been with Mike, Mike having one-on-one time with Alice, but there have been special occasions, he took her to a wedding, he took her to his work Thanksgiving party, I went with her to her school Thanksgiving party. We've just really tried to set up little dates with her to get her out of the house, to do some special things that she would be excited about. And every day really our priority is having her engaged in things with one of us or both of us all together. If we can do it, of course that's the ideal, but at least just one-on-one time with a parent. We don't have any family that lives nearby us, so we're just pretty much on our own. My parents did come to visit shortly after August's birth, and that really, really helped Alice sort of not get lost in the fray. She got tons of special attention from them and just got out of the house a lot more and gave me and Mike a lot of time to figure out who August is and what he needs and sort of, what works for us at this point without, Alice just being sort of left on the sidelines during that time. So that was really, really helpful. That was the first week plus. The second thing that has helped is to maintain our sort of loose routine that Alice is used to. So she does go to school, or what I call school daycare, 2 mornings a week, just part-time. And for the most part, she has been kept up with that schedule. It's something she mostly likes doing. It gets her out of the house and, gives her some different kind of interactions. We have pretty much kept up with taking her to story time at the public library. Normally I would just take her once a week, but lately Mike has been taking her twice a week. And then we have done our best for her to have her meals and her naps and her bedtime at the normal times. Alice isn't the type of kid that needs a really strict sort of regiment during the day, but if nothing else, it's kept us on track, just moving through the day, doing the things that we need to do. The third thing that's helped is having enough activities for her to do. I made a whole video about this. I have a huge list of ideas and a bunch of projects and some toys that I have been saving to kind of roll out for when she really needs something new. I actually haven't had to break into the stash of new stuff very much because some other people have given Alice little big sister gifts, and we've just been falling back a lot on sort of the favorites, art projects, just playing outside. She's been helping a lot with cooking and baking. Something that's helped me with that is to set up new activities at night so that there's already stuff in place for the next day. The holidays, this being the holiday season, has really helped us too, with just having, kind of interesting special things going on and, extra crafts, things to get excited about. Okay, now on to the challenges. So the biggest one has been potty regression. Alice has been in the process of learning to use the bathroom for about 9 months now. She just turned 29 months old, and she has pretty much been totally out of diapers for about 5 months. She doesn't even wear diapers for like naps and nighttime. She's just been in underwear. And, you know, we've had really great days and weeks and months, and then we've had more difficult months and weeks and days. We definitely expected that she might have some regression around his birth. I think that's really typical for older siblings. But it's been maybe a little bit worse than we anticipated. The couple of weeks right before August was born, Alice was doing amazing. She was not having any accidents at all. She was just really, really solid. And pretty much the day that, you know, he arrived, that all just kind of went down the tubes again. She has been consistently having accidents every day, multiple times a day, you know, for this whole month. This might seem like a relatively minor thing, and it probably is in the grand scheme, but it is really frustrating for all of us. She gets frustrated. Me and Mike, it's really hard to be patient. It's also a time suck. Like, you know, when she has an accident, like immediately we just have to drop everything and get her cleaned up and get the house cleaned up and talk to her about that, you know, about what happened and stuff. And it's just been tough. It's like I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop. It doesn't matter how many times I offer her to go to the bathroom. She always says no. Very rarely right now will she follow the cues that I know she can recognize on her own and just go. So I'm just always waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like at any moment, she's going to have an accident, and then everything is going to have to stop while we deal with that. It also triggers other issues, like with having to get a new change of clothes. That's sort of the next thing. Just pretty typical kind of like toddler power struggles have gotten a lot worse. Part of it is just her age. It's just natural. Like I said, she's almost 2.5. Totally in the stage of saying no to everything. Anything requiring a decision about what to wear, what to eat, you know, when an activity is going to end, where we are going to go, you know, when we're going to leave the house, anything. Right now, it's all pretty much a struggle. It doesn't matter if she has unlimited choices or if she has just 2 choices. She's not going to be good with anything 90% of the time. It's just a daily thing. That's just where we're at right now. It does help that Alice's language is really good. You know, she is able to express a lot of what she's feeling. We're able to have, you know, pretty kind of mature conversations. So that definitely helps, but all that takes a lot of effort. So it's just, like I said, it's just been requiring a lot of patience and a lot of time and a lot of effort from all of us. I forgot a whole chunk of things to say, so I'm going to have to edit this in awkwardly later. So there's been just a couple little challenges with Alice sort of understanding her boundaries in relating to August, like physically. She has wanted to pick him up a couple of times. I don't leave them alone together, so nothing bad has ever happened. Like we're always there to kind of mediate, you know, what she's doing with him. But she has wanted to pick him up, and we've said that she can't do that safely. She has wanted to share her food with him, and we've had to explain that, you know, he doesn't eat food. And early on, like in the first week, she was really, it was really easy to engage her in helping with him. So like helping get a new diaper for a diaper change, help, you know, pick out new clothes, that kind of stuff. She was really into it. She wanted to just watch everything that was going on, and I was just really excited to help. But that sort of honeymoon period has passed, and now she really doesn't want to help. And if I ask her to go grab a diaper, she'll usually ignore me. I think that may be a passing phase because she generally does really like helping with things. So I think she's just kind of like coping with not being the center of attention, and, you know, looking for other ways to be the center of attention and not give more attention to August in that way. But I feel really, really lucky that she's never had any aggression towards him. She's never been rough with him. Yeah, so far, and at this age, she has a pretty good understanding of what she can and can't do. And, you know, when we explained to her what sort of those limits are, she's been pretty respectful of that. The last little issue, which is really pretty minor in comparison, but people have asked about it, is about with nursing. With me nursing August, does she have any resentment about that? And there's just been a couple little moments. I have tried to nurse him at the dinner table a couple of times, and Alice has just immediately like stopped eating and left the table. And it wasn't, I didn't make the connection the first couple of times it happened, my mom actually noticed, and then sure enough, like I sort of tested that theory again, and it was immediate. She totally just like disengaged from everything that was happening and from the meal and just took off. So I'm trying really hard not to do that. Of course, you know, I'm feeding on demand, and he nurses a lot. Alice weaned 5.5 months ago at this point, so it hasn't been like a super abrupt change. And it's something we've had many, many conversations about. And when we talk about it, she doesn't seem very upset or anything. It's just, like I said, I think it's more of like an attention thing. She knows when, you know, when I'm nursing him that I'm going to be limited in, you know, how much I can chase after her, and a little bit, you know, my attention's going to be kind of split. So I think it's really, it's about that. So that wraps up where we are at this point, I think. Mike is going back to work full-time in just a couple of days here. And then I have about 1 month more until I go back to work part-time. So there is lots more change coming. Our learning process is going to continue. If that's something you'd like to see another update on in the future, let me know. Right now, I would say we have lots of room for improvement, but I know we're going to get there. Thank you for the words of encouragement a lot of you have given me on Facebook as I've been facing these little struggles. Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend, and hope to see you soon.